Welcome back. We're at Windrose now. I'm having a go. I'm trying to play a game to where I'm gonna see if I can play one from scratch so you get an idea what's going on. So first of all, let me get my controller working. There it goes. So from what I understand, you go sell offline, and then create new. We'll do high seas. Then we'll do arpeggio. In fact, hang on. I think you got to invent a new character. Okay. Okay, hang on. Create new. Arpeggio 3. Now I tried Arpeggio 2, but it put me in a new map that was totally blanked out. But click to change character and then create new. But it gave me all the same specs. So let me go ahead and make myself a Santa Claus. There we go. And just leave him as let me do name. What do we call him? Quanti what, sorry. Quantilicious, there we go. Right, okay, level 1. Okay, good stuff. And then select, confirm. Okay, so this should have reset me without deleting any of my previous settings. It might even give me the the intro bit. Okay. Okay, so this is how it starts. So the year of 1700, the seas tremble. Okay. Edward Teach Blackbeard proclaims himself the king of pirates of the West Indies. Oh, Edward Teach and Blackbeard's the same guy. Rumours are spreading that he struck a bargain with the devil himself and committed the deed. Okay, hang on, what's going on here? Why can't I move my cursor? Okay, Edward Teach Blackbeard proclaims himself the king of pirates of the West Indies. Rumours spreading this and that. Oh, okay, I'll just wait for it to expire. La la la. I see. Oh, I see the next one. Okay, I'll do that then. After crushing the British fleet, Teach turned his horse towards Tortuga, last bastion of freedom and independence in the Caribbean. Okay. Not looking for trouble, and with a couple of other poor souls in tow, you try to slip your fast ship through the blockade ring. But just a few days later, you wake up in your cabin and realize you're under attack. You hear a broadside, and everything goes dark. That's it, right? Okay. Nothing goes dark. I can wait for it to finish. Okay, la 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 la. Then what happens? I'll continue our adventure. There we go. You frigate, you wake up in the cabin and continue. Check the back of your head. Okay, there's a big lump on the back of your head. Last thing you remember is a deck lurching under your feet as cannibals strike the hull. Blimey, your ship is under attack. You need to get out of the cabin and see what's going on. Okay, so here we go. So this is who you are. The only thing you have is a sword. Okay, how do I get out of here? Okay, wreckage maybe? Okay, that means something because I've got like the when it gives you a like the 112, when it gives you a number, it means that you are creating damage. Okay, so let's get this out of the way first. Hang on. No, I've got to speak to the doctor. Okay, speak to the doctor. Captain, thank goodness we've been looking for you everywhere. Skip the details, Doc. How bad is it? Blackbeard's pirates are boarding us. They're everywhere. Half the crew dead, but remarkably, some are still fighting. Go help the others. Perhaps you may yet turn the tide. I can then leave. Okay, so pull my sword out. Okay, how do we get out of there then? How do I get out of there? Oh, hard fight lies ahead. Your vision is still swimming after the concussion. Drink some coffee. Okay, so that's the up arrow. Break down the barricade. There we go. I know. Oh, hello. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, hang on. Oh, hello. There we go. Right. So forward and backwards. Looking. Forward and backwards is your left joystick. Looking is your right joystick. Left bumper gives you a defense. B button again. This on a Xbox controller makes it go backwards, as in it's or sideways if you lean the joystick in that direction. And then right bumper, primary attack, and then right trigger, massive attack, just like the band. So let's go up here. Let's have a look. See if there's anyone here. Okay, looks like everyone's dead. Okay, so block 3 enemy attacks. Okay. Hang on. Oh, wow. He's not letting me. He's got to. There we go. He's not dying. I'm almost dead. Oh, man. There we go. I'm almost dead. Is there any? Oh, hang on. Oh, is there any health potions or anything back here? I don't remember. Again, when I first started this, I was like all oh my god, what button do I press? And now I'm not all buttons I press, but I'm near death. I think that's what they may have wanted from me because if of what happens next. Okay, there's nothing else down here. Oh, there's the doctor. This is where I was before. There's no anything for anything. What was that? That something? Not just a lantern. So I think this is where I get somebody tapping me on the back of the head with something huge and nasty. Head to the upper deck. There's nothing else here. They're all dead. Right, let's have a look. Oh, there we go. I found the artifact. It really was on the ship. Anchor down my throat. Something definitely not right in this thing. Get Richards. He'll handle it. Oh no, Richards. He's a nightmare. Oh no. Off my ship, you dogs. Okay, ooh, boom, boom, slapping him. Oh, mew. Oh, that's a really good animation. Doesn't like still animation and stuff. Okay, what is that? Kaboom. Oh no, I got shortificated. That's Richards. Spry, aren't you? Consider yourself disposed, Cap. Oh no, take the artifact from him. Devil take it, Captain Richards. Oh, something's getting into me. That filth is eating him. Holy Mary, protect us. Okay, right, just is it that? Okay, next one or something. Right button. Right. Throw the bodies overboard. We're leaving. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to ixnay off or whatever. So that's how the game starts. Amazing, isn't it? Right, and each time there's a loading screen, it gives you a bunch of advice if you want to look at it on the bottom. Again, this is primarily a mouse and keyboard game, but I'm using an Xbox controller, so they're the kind of directions I'm going to be giving. And again, this is just a basic run through with little things you may want to know when you first start. Okay, so again, the right bumper and trigger are your primary and massive attack. Your left bumper is your defense, as in your blah blah blah, and then the B button is your retreat, while still targeting the enemy. Okay, taking a long time to load. And so just read the instructions on the bottom. They give you helpful hints. You ready? Well, it's probably creating a map from scratch because, from what I understand, all the maps are procedurally generated. You wake up on a deserted island. The waves must have washed you ashore. You remember the shot staring at your chest. Blah blah. Okay. Yet your body, from your heart to your fingertips, is laced with patterns that shimmer with cool light. Touching them hurts. You need a figure to figure out where you are and why you're still alive. Continue your adventure. There we go. Here we go. So now I'm here. Right. First thing, we need resources. We need to build a tent. Hang on. Scattered log. Pick it up. So, rocks, scattered logs, rocks. Pull out the left D-pad. You need a stone. What's that? That's a coconut. I'll get that for food. Now, eating is not a priority. Eating does not, if you're hungry, does not mean you'll die. I pick up crabs, by the way, that I pretend they're my pets. So all the food is for. It threw me for a wobbly because I kept eating food, and then it didn't really do anything. But what food does is each variety of food has a different. Okay, is that working? It has a stamina, agility, strength. Each food has its own health. It has its own little doohickeys of thingamabob, right? Now, what I'm picking up. Now, there's an argument. Trees either spawn or respawn or don't respawn. Mines spawn. So once you've cleared a mine of, say, copper or iron, when you come back to it a couple of hours later, or a while later anyway, it respawns. But I'm hearing that some people say, "Oh, don't cut down trees; they don't respawn," which is kind of confusing because if trees don't respawn but mines do, that doesn't make sense. This is clay. Now, this is the first thing. Go ahead and what's the button on the right? Start, I think it is, or something. Let's go to map. Okay, now not where your cursor is, but where your little arrow. But this thing that's moving, that is where the mark is going to be. So, for instance, if I hit mark, okay, apply there. You see, it's over there, right? I don't want it over there. I want it over here. So put the mark where it's going to be. Mark, and then I'm going to pick an option. You can highlight this and change it. I'm going to call it clay. And then hit apply. Okay. So now I know that this is clay, right? So I'll get out of that. So let's do that again. In fact, what I can do is hold down whatever the left one is, select whoever it is. I can't see it from here. You know the three little buttons on the controller? Okay. Say map. How do you do map? It doesn't matter. Okay, whatever the right your left joystick, the button directly next to that, the small button, that brings your map up if you hold it. So if you press it once, you get your inventory, and then you can pull your map there. Either that, or if you just hold it down, you also get your map. Okay. So the controls are on the bottom. So if you want to use your mouse and keyboard, you can do it that way. I just touched my mouse pad to activate that, but there we go. So place a marker under that. Okay, good stuff. Everything here is an enemy, right? I heard something right now. Another thing you want to do is, okay, that's a dodo. That's the males of the animals are aggressive. The females are not so. The females will attack you if you're attacking the males, just so you know. So I'm going to run around a bit. Now, one thing I advise you to do, as soon as you can, build a tent and a campfire or a bonfire. And I'm actually looking for something. because I mean, it doesn't matter when you first start, but get into the habit of it, because if you die, you're going to go back to your previous spawning point. So if you sailed halfway across the map, then hang on, sows, they don't attack you, but boars do. Again, unless you aggravate them, then they will. I'm looking for something, I can't find it. See, she's not attacking me. Right, the green thing that's gone red that's now building up, that's his stamina. That's something that's good to advance, because it enables you, every time you weapon, your stamina goes down. Every time you run, your stamina goes down. Okay, every time you retreat, your stamina goes down. So stamina is a good thing to raise. So there's a bunch of stuff to raise. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail, and this is what I'm looking for, actually. And this is totally aesthetic. When I first came here, I thought, well, I want to build something that's away from the sea, and I need something to be guarded. So this looks like a good place to build a tent. Okay. Building a tent. So the button above the right joystick, start button, wherever it is, and then the Y button gives you toggle, and then it gives you this. So then I'm going to hit Y for menu, and then I can build this, which is a bonfire. All right. So this is necessary. You're going to get more stuff. At the moment, I can't get anything stuff because I need to start off. So I build a bonfire, right? Build a bonfire. There we go. Now that's opened up a few stuff from a menu. Now the bonfire, what the bonfire does is, number one, I'm going to pull up the map again. Now you see that I've now got a little flag. Once I make a camp, I can either place a mark like we did already, or if you build a bonfire, it makes a mark. It gives you a flag. If you build a tent, it doesn't, though, which means if you just build a tent, which gives you a spawning point, because this doesn't give you a spawning point, it gives you an environment to build around. If you build a tent but not a campfire, a bonfire rather, you're not going to see it on the map, right? Okay, now what? I'm going to go back to the small button, going back to Y for menu, Y for menu. Now I can do a workbench, all right? Takes 5 wood. I've got 17. So go ahead and put this somewhere pretty. I'd say that looks about nice, isn't it? About there, do you think? There we go. Right now, see what else I've got. Menu again. Nothing. Okay, might as well do a cooking fire. Menu. Okay, so sorry. That button, start or select. Y for menu, Y for menu. Cooking fire. This helps you cook food and stuff. There we go. And then build a tent. Okay, there we go. So we do the whatever that is, select button or whatever it is, menu, and then I can build a tent. So let's go out and build a tent. Now, there's a little thing to notice about the tent. You see that row, the what you think is the front? That's the back. That is the front. So it got me for ages. Okay, so I now have a tent. Now what I'm going to do is go to the tent and click it. That is now a revival point. Okay. Now I'm not going to repeat myself. Or it's because this isn't a. I'm not a trainer in a job. Go like, no, did you get that? You can always look at my video back. I do have a habit of repeating myself, as you probably know already. Dodo eggs are good in protein. All right. So I got my old dodo eggs. Right, back to the select and then the menu. Y for the menu. I now have a bonfire. That gives you a place to. It gives you an environment that you can build in. Also, it gives you health. If you get your health next to nothing and you don't have any health potions, run back to the bonfire. After about a minute, your health starts replenishing. Torches are really, really cool. When you're in mines or dark places, you can build these. They only cost 2 pieces of wood. So you have a bunch of wood in your inventory. You can build these, and it illuminates places that are dark. Tent is your spawning point, and disassembly table you don't really need right now. A workbench, you build stuff, cooking fire, right? Storage and beds. you don't need a bed. There's no sleep mechanic on this. The only thing is health potions give you health. Food increases stats, stamina, agility, that kind of stuff. These are your containers. I like building these guys. Not enough resources. I need more wood. Okay, so let's go ahead and build more wood. Take more wood up. There's another crab. Just like, come here, you can be my pet. We can be friends. There we go. Okay, and then these things. This is a shipwreck. This gives you wood and nails. I need a stone axe, right? You see, I need a stone axe. Okay. There we go. So good. That's given me some wood and some nails. Let's go ahead and pick up some stones. Now, there's a day-night cycle. The night spawns different enemies. So be careful. They're kind of a... let me think. During the day, you get dodos and boars on this island. During the night, you get the undead, which are basically called the drowned. Different varieties. So it's not just one. It's a bunch of different varieties with different difficulties and different killing techniques. And fiddler crabs, which are kind of mutant crabs, are about the size of a small car almost. I mean, about as wide. Say this is the diameter. That's about how big the crab is. And when you first hear, you're vulnerable. You've got no protections. You've got no anything. So now the sun's going down a bit. Right. So back to my camp. Again, if you don't know where the camp is, I can see my flag. So you can always pull up your map by holding down your start button. I think whatever the one is on the left. I call it start, the one on the right select. I don't care. Okay, so that's where I need to be. Now, the map does not change from your position. It always stays north, south, east, and west. So if you just remember that, I have to go south, west. So when you go here, you can use your right joystick to go southwest, if that's the direction you want to go, and then just head in that direction with your left joystick. I'm collecting way too many materials. It's just I've got in the habit of doing it right now. So right now we're here. Now go to the craft table. Now you've got two building mechanics. You've got the crafting table. This gives you bits. Like I can do a stone axe, which I will do, and a stone pickaxe, which I will do. So that's what I need right now, right? But if and again, I don't have to go here, but if you hit the select button, start whatever the right on button is, and then the Y button, we've seen this already. Crafting utilities gives you all that. The more you advance, the more stuff you get. Storage and beds, you want a quick look on that. Floors and walls. This is more for aesthetics. Now, this game survives on aesthetics. The more stuff that you have, more decoration that you have, the higher your regeneration of your stamina is. Also, the longer that regeneration lasts for. Okay, you can have a look at all that you want. Farming. Now, farming is for growing seeds. Some seeds you can grow just off the ground. Some you need to make a plot. You need to defeat the first boss to get heck of a lot of what they call it, upgrades or things unlocked, right? Right, so let's go ahead and I'll go to my menu. I've got a gun now. So what I'll do now, first of all, pull up my menu. I don't have enough resources for what? What am I short of? Nails. Let's go ahead and get some nails real quick. Now I've got the pickaxe. Now what I can do is the left button, I can mess around with my inventory. So I can move my wood here. I can still use it. It's just what I want to do. That's another thing. Where's my pickaxe? Where's my axe? I don't know. Okay, let's go back to our crafting station. This is something I don't like personally. Is once you built something, it appears in this bottom inventory. You've got to take all in order for it to be removed from that. So it's not so when you build it, you got to build it and then remove it from the inventory. Okay, so now it's in my inventory. So let's go back to that. It's starting to get dark again. And let's go back to that shipwreck. Pull out my axe. Now there's no real targeting. As you see what I'm saying, there's no real targeting. I can't home in on stuff I want to chop up. I've got to kind of guess it. It can be a little bit frustrating. If you're doing something like this, attacking or hacking or anything like that, keeping the button depressed is a repeat function. You don't have to keep tapping it, so that's a nice thing. Okay, I didn't put my timer on. I'm downstairs in my new section. I don't know if the volume's different. I moved my laptop downstairs, and OBS forgot my audio settings. So I had to kind of redo it, I think. Anyway, so I think I've got enough. Back to my camp. Okay. And then let's build a chest. So right hand button, then I can turn it around with the right and left bumper bars. Go in here, and then I've got sort. That makes everything look pretty. It puts everything in similar categories. Things stack. So, for instance, if I had 10 wood and 20 wood here, it would make it 35 wood. This, for instance, if I move, I don't know if this is going to work. I move stone over here, and I hit deposit similar, it will move anything similar to that, more stone as an example. If I hit this one, it deposits all. Another thing, this took me forever. Click this with the A button and move this over here and then drop it. That's annoying. If you look at the bottom of it, it says, oh, if I just hit the Y button, it moves very quickly. So that's something to learn. I'm going to put the gun there. I've got no way of using it right now. And okay, when you die, you lose any resources you pulled up, apart from weapons, health potions, primary processed food, and tools like this. Everything else is lost. Is lost. It's put in a. I'll show you in a second. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Gonna move this over here. I'm gonna find myself. I'm gonna die on purpose. Right, let's have a wander around. Okay, there we go. That's a okay. Kill me. There we go. That is how quick you die when you first start. And that's a dodo. That's level 2. That's nothing. Right now, if you notice on my mini menu, on my mini map, this is a death marker. This shows you where you die. I think they stay there forever unless you actually click on them and get rid of them. But it's also, it'll give you a basic area of where you're I call them death nodules. They call them post-mortem caches. Right, he's running away, but okay, attack twice. Okay, attack twice and back away. Attack, back away. So attack is right bumper. Right trigger is massive attack. Backing away is with your B button. And you can also strafe that way. So go back to here. This is your post-mortem cache. That gives you everything you've lost. In fact, my point is lost because you should have seen. I should have shown you that I lost my plant fibers, but I got them back because they're in the cache. Now, if you die and you lose everything in your cache, then you die again. It will make another death marker and another cache. But what it doesn't do is add anything else. So if you die once and all your inventory's in that cache, then you die again, there's nothing in that cache. It's just a cache. Right? If that makes sense. Right, so this is my camp. So again, When you get to an island, make sure that you got wooden plant fibers. First thing is build a tent and a campfire, bonfire. The tent is your spawning place, and your fire is it is your center hub of doing everything creative. It also helps you help regenerate. What else do we have? Buildings. Right, let me think. What do I want to build? I want to build something. Okay, let's go back to menu. Okay, and then let's look at stuff. Right, crafting utilities. I'm trying to find something that needs a storage and beds, floor and walls, roofs and pillars and pillars, stairs and fences, decoration, farming, pre-built structures. Some things, when you are upgraded, needs a roof. Some you can build outside, some you need a roof. So let's go ahead and do that. What you need is plant fiber. So go to the menu Y, and then go to pre-built structures. And I need 52 plant fibers. So let's go ahead and go back to pick up my axe. And bushes give you plant fiber and sometimes wood. And that's all you need to do. Don't attack the... I call them casual dodos because they don't attack you. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay, casual dodo. Let's get one. Oh, look. Doesn't that look like casual dodo? Look at it real quick. And hang on. Casual dodo. And it says coastal dodo, but... Oh, hang on. Sorry. I'm trying not to cut down trees. But again, I don't know if it's... how many we've got? 25? Okay. Come on then. Why? It doesn't aim when you're cutting down stuff. So it's kind of a point and guess, basically. Okay. Right, I think that's enough. Let's go ahead and build a hut. I think I will build a hut. Now, the fire, let me think. Okay. Guess I don't really guess. Workers never go to camp info. Okay. So I'll let you read that real quick. If you want to... I'm going to get out of here now. If you want to pause it and read it, it's up to you. Okay, good stuff. That's what that does. What am I doing now? I am doing... Isn't that beautiful? And it's got a beautiful day-night cycle. It's always a full moon, but the moon rises, the clouds move. These things I've seen in games before, usually flying games. That's the direction the wind blows. So when you're sailing, it's... You know which way the wind blows. It doesn't really make much of an effect, but it's nice to have it as a piece. Okay, what am I doing now? I was building a porch, wasn't I? So more plant fibers. See if I can build a shed. Put it about here. What do you think? Might be about enough room. Okay. So again, we do whatever the right button is. This say select Y for menu. Y for menu. Pre-built structures. Shed. I need 242. I've only got 78. So I'm not going to build a shed. But what I'll do is B button to get out of it. I've got seeds. Now, seeds, it says, grows only on the ground. So I can grow shrub seeds. Okay, right now. What else do we need to know? Okay, leave the sounds alone. Okay, so now I have a map. I have an item on my map. So something I do is I have all these things to look at. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to actually go into these areas. I'm just going to hit them so it'll tell me what's going on. This is what I do. This is how I play. You don't have to do the same thing. Boar is a killing guy. Any male creature will kill you, so you avoid it. So a coastal dodo is brown, and I think that's a female. The azure dodo is like teal and is aggressive. Okay. Okay. Oh. It is better for you to stop doing something when your endurance is green and letting it replenish than letting it go to off and into red and then try and replenish that way. It doesn't take as long to replenish. That's a mine. Okay, let's go and hit the mine. Right, so I'm going ahead and pick some wood up. Now, this is on the coast. This is where we're going to get those zombies, the undead. So I'll show you them in a second. Okay, pull my axe up. Like again, you can just keep the right bumper pressed in. It'll keep activating. We've got another clay patch. So wow, I'm really so holding my whatever the left button is in. With me, I've tried it with a bunch of different controllers. Holding in the start button, I think is whatever's on the left hand side, tends to it glitches in and out. It doesn't. It's not a permanent thing. So usually I just hit the M button on the keyboard. Clay. Okay. So again, I'll do that once more. So let's get out of here. So hit the M button on the keyboard, or the left button if it's the start button or something like that. I put my movable cursor over where I want the mark to be. I hit the X button, select what design I want to do, and then type in the word that I want to, and then hit apply for OK. So now that will say clay. It'll say clap. Okay, it's clap now. Right. What else do we have? I think trying to think, what can I do? My laptop. Let's see if it's pull out. My laptop. I had it when I had it in the other room. I had like a grill underneath it to stop it from overheating, and so I don't have a grill underneath it now. So let's go ahead and put a grill. I've just got a little grill thing. Just put my cord. There we go. I think. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it's getting a little bit kind of choppy. Oh, that is really choppy. Okay. Let's give me a second here. Okay, why isn't that working? Okay, whatever. There it goes. All right, this is 63 CPU 0%, and then 56 85%. Okay. It's just something I check on once in a while. Because for me it's kind of glitching. Lagging, I think it is. Right. So where did that mine go? Okay, it's north of me. Right, so I've got some wood. Coastal dodos don't attack me. The azure one does, so get out of the way. Get out of the way. The A button lets you jump. Select my sword. I'm going to guard it. Hang on. Pushing in the right joystick is a targeting for enemies. So if somebody's approaching you and you see they want to kill you, you can target them with the right, pushing in the right bumper. Okay, but I'm going to avoid them if possible. I'll attack him, whatever. Okay, guards for the left bumper. Okay. Okay, then back off. Okay, there you go. Sometimes once you've killed the husband or the boyfriend, the lady dodos come and attack you. Oh man, this is really glitchy right now. Okay. I think this is the mine's that way. So let's walk to the mine. Let's do it slowly. I'd run usually, but okay, there we go. Right, if you look at my health on the top left, is next to nothing. So I'm going to go back to my camp, which is, where's my camp? There it is. So it's dead north, basically. So, and again, this is how I do it. You don't have to do what I do. If it's helpful, it's helpful. If it's not, you have your own way. I just want to make sure it's I just want to show you the high points so you can get going. Because I know, especially with a new game, it's like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Whereas if you can watch something, and I've seen a bunch of other people's so-called tutorial videos, and they're not really tutorial. Hey, wow, do this and blah blah blah. And don't remember to, don't forget to click and subscribe and click like. And did you know that? And it's like, dude, what I want to know is how the game works. I'm not interested in getting you what they call it, clout or whatever the word is. Right, so I'm injured. I don't have any health potions. I'm now going to get attacked by a sow. Why are you attacking me, dear? Why are you attacking me? Okay, I'm going to die. Oh, okay. So target, guard. I'm going to back away. And then attack, and then back away. Or back away. That's the best way of doing it. Attack, back away. Attack, back away. Attack. Okay, and back away. That's the best way of doing it. Oh, I just got an upgrade. Right, okay, I now got rough hide. That's probably why she attacked me, because it is about time I did that. Right, I'm going to stand by the bonfire. This has let me show you. The bonfire will have a circumference of kind of about here, which means later on you're going to be building wharfs, piers, fast travel spots on the coast here. But this is basically that is the center, and this is the edge of the circumference. That's how much room you have to build in, or thereabouts. Okay. But if you look at my health, I'm going to stand in the bonfire, anywhere in the bonfire you wish. In fact, if I do have, again, I'm going to my build menu. So whatever the right button is, Y to get there. Then I go to decoration. And again, decoration. Come on there. I'm going to build a chair if I've got the ability to do that. No, I don't. Come on, give me a chair. It must be a stool then. Must be later on. Stool. I'll do a bench with a back on it. Okay, let me go ahead and make it nice and comfortable, and then use my bumper bar to spin it around. And try that again. I had the bumper bar to the trigger, and then I can sit down. And if you notice, my health's already built up. Because sitting in the perimeter of the bonfire has your health build up. Now, you don't have to have things in your inventory in order to do kind of building and stuff, right? Let me go back to... Holy wow, this is glitching. A wooden chest. Let me go ahead and Y button, Y button, Y button, Y button. No, Y button. So it's glitchy. Y button. I'll go ahead and move that to here. And then we do Y button for the axe. We do that to here. Now, then I hit this button, the sword button, and it makes it nice and neat for you. So that's something if you're into that sort of thing. Right, let's go to the campfire. Okay, and then cooking fire. Right, now, the further down the map you go, the more you do, the more things you can actually get. Now, if you look at what's happening here, this if I do bacon and eggs, it increases my vitality by 5 for 15 minutes, right? Boiled crab just gives me health for 15 minutes. Spicy kebab gives me strength, a level of 10 strength. Skewered meat health, dodo broth health. Okay. Right, now let's go back to my left button, and then let's have a look what we have. Curios. Right, inventory is what you have in your stock. Curios are things you pick up. So this is that thing that I picked up, that weird medallion we're talking about. Progression is how you advance. I'm on level 1. I've got to get to 600 to advance. This is going to be stat points and talents. Stat points, very much like Fallout New Vegas, it gives me all these, right? I'll just hover over them. You pause if you wish. Strength does that. Agility does that. I like agility. It's for sword-based weapons. Precision. Okay, so strength is for clubs and stuff. Agility is for swords and stuff. Precision is for things like precision weapons like rapiers and guns. Mastery, I think that's for critical hit chance. Vitality increases your health. Endurance increases your stamina. Vitality and endurance are, in my opinion, are the most important things to concentrate on building up. Everything else you can just work around. Discovery is basically we have a bunch of you build. Okay, I've got the okay. Once I've upgraded, I can get an armor and clothing workshop, which means I can build different costumes. Now, the different costumes give you different abilities, right? And then next. And then, okay, this tells you all the new schematics you've got and things you can do. Okay, right, done. Now, this is the things you can discover. You don't have to discover. This is more case like, look what I've done. And this tells you everything that you have discovered already. We are now in the coastal jungle. And then we have the foothills, cursed swamps, and ashlands. You need to defeat the boss of each level in order to advance to the next. But you can explore the entire map. You see these little lines here that separate the maps. The first boat you get, the available inventory it'll give you, the space it'll give you, visibility is about that thin. So to do this entire map, basically this inner circle, if you go beyond that, it'll say turn around or you're going to die. But this inner circle, that's your perimeter, and it will take forever. I tried it, and honestly, hours, and I still haven't got to there. These are your quests. Okay, so this is telling you to craft new boots. Okay, then with that, okay, I'll start again. I'm sorry. Adventure. This gives you all the quests you can do. Journal is basically the quest you can do, and when you click that, it shows it on the map. Your library is little books that you pick up, as well as journals and that kind of stuff. Challenges. Again, when you once I've got 20, killed 20 of the Azure dodos. I think it's just dodos at all. I get the ability of building a trophy that I can hang on my wall. Anything that's classed as a decoration increases your stamina, the speed it regenerates, and the length of time that it lasts. Let me show you here. You see the little green pirate in the octagon on the bottom left-hand side? That is your stamina guy. Watch him for a second. Man, this is really glitching. I think it's a new map. Okay, and I'll pick some wood up because I'm going to have a look. I'll show you the mine in a second. Wow, this is really, really, really lagging is a word, I think. Right, let's see how long it goes. I think I still am in the perimeter of the fire, the coverage. Okay, see now it says 618. Okay, device battery low. That's not right. You can't say the device battery is low. Give me a second. I'll be back in shortly. Sorry about that. I think that's probably why it was glitching, or lagging rather, because the that's much better. Because the power supply wasn't plugged in. Dope. Yeah, I moved to my new area. I think I mentioned this already. So, oh hello. There's my dead thing. Okay, there's the ball. Now, if you get killed by something, whatever it is, it will hang around your post-mortem. Okay, attack, back away, back away. Attack, back away. Attack, back away. Back away, attack, back away. There you go, just died. Yes, just so you know, so they hang out there. There's no punishment for dying. So it's not like you're losing stamina or anything like that. You just end up your cash is okay. Back away, back away, back away. Back away, back away, back away. Okay, you see what he's doing? Back away, back away, back away. There you go. I attack twice. Attack once, back away. When you first start, as you progress, you come back to these islands and you go like, dude, one shot, one kill. No, you just hit the guy with the. Where's my death nodules? I call them over here. I now have 3 of them. Back away, back away, back away. There you go. Don't let this get you frustrated. This is how it begins. And this isn't a sign of what it is. As you advance, this is just what happens. It teaches you what to do. When I first was doing this, I was guarding, and then they just thunk, and I die. And it's like it was even worse than this. All right, so let's go to this one. Right, you see where it said meat and something else. Oh, okay, so let's go ahead and open that up. Nothing, right? So just because you have a postmortem cache does not mean that there's anything in it. Okay, wait for a second till that clear. Nothing. Okay, that's just a postmortem cache. And I should have another one floating around here somewhere. I actually reached out to the devs. I haven't heard anything back, and I don't expect to because they were looking for glitches or bugs. And I was on about this. That when you're in the sea, you'll see loot boxes, and they have like almost lighthouses coming out the top that you can what's the word? I can't see it. All right, so I can't see it. So what I do is go to the map, and then I'll go ahead and right-click it. If you look there, right-click it, either that or press in the right button. Okay, so because the thing is, when you're on the sea, it's apparent there's a massive, huge light that goes right into the sky. When you're on the land, there's hardly anything. So I know that I should have 2 other death nodules, but where the heck are they? I have no idea. Okay. Right, then we get buildings like this. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Now, this is okay, there we go, boars. Boars are protecting this. So let's go ahead, and we have these things here. Okay, I'm probably going to get attacked, I'm not. Okay, it gives you all this stuff. So now I've got a health potion, and the Woodman's Talisman I sell to the pirates. Bone Bees and Clay Vases, they all sell to pirates. That's later on in the game. But when you see him, collect him, because I think it also advances you slightly. Okay, 1, back away. And when you hit the attack button once, it attacks twice, if that makes sense. So I hit the right bumper once, and it makes 2 strikes. Now, if you see when he jumps out the tent, he's jumping out of as you're facing forward, the left-hand side of the tent. If you build a crate on this side, you kind of can glitch into it. It's nothing. You can jump out of it, but it just looks a bit, feels a bit kind of crummy. Okay. So walk is left joystick. Pushing your left joystick is run. I don't know if I mentioned that already. It just all makes sense. And then I've got 2 sows. The sows will attack me. There we go. The sows will attack me if the boar gets attacked, but if I don't attack the boar, it won't attack me. Very much like that casual dodo didn't attack me because I didn't pose any threat, and it didn't have any kind of ego trip to doohickey about. Okay. Okay, guard. Okay, there you go. Don't let this get you frustrated. I mean, why am I keep saying that? Because when I did this, I was throwing the keyboard, the joystick out the window, the controller, whatever you want to call it, because it's like, you're effing kidding me. But it's just part of the thingy. It gets better. And there's a guy called Richards who you have to defeat. Okay, right. Okay, another one of these. Stone pickaxe. So let me go ahead and do my stone pickaxe. And it really holds your hand as far as what you need to do. Ancient thingies. Decorations. I'll show you what that means in a second. Okay, got that. So now if you look, it says 2 out of 3 on my mini map, which means I just need to find one more kind of item. Now, this you can build. So for instance, I'm gonna see if I can parkour this. Okay, that's from the front, then parkour. Parkour! But you can also build things. There's something I need. Ancient container. And and there's my other container. Okay. Come on, take all. Thank you. Right, now let's get out of here. Now, this is a decrepit stone wall. I can break that if I want to, but I can also parkour myself out of here, so you can do that to an extent. Oh, there we go, I'm dead. Run! And I'm just running to get away from there. Okay. Right, so I think I'm fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get my axe. Okay. Now, if you look, I've got 4 direction buttons, but 8 things I can do. To get to the second menu, pushing your Y button, you see that the line goes underneath. So this is Pavlovian because I have my pickaxe and axe over on this side. So let me go to the inventory real quick and I'll show you what we're talking about. So let's go ahead and move this down here and move this down here. This is how I've had it in the other game that I play. So what I'll do to get an axe is I'll do this. If that makes sense. Now I'm just collecting inventory, collecting stuff because I know that I'll need it later on. But I know this is not a quick thing. Seashells, I think that's just decoration. It doesn't really. I've not had no need for it, from what I understand. I'm maybe missing something. Pull my map back up. Where's my camp? My camp's dead, kind of in the direction I'm going. Clay. Let me go ahead and mark that. Hang on. Okay, there we go. I can zoom in and zoom out with your triggers. Mark. There you go. Then we do clay. Apply. Oomph. Now you need clay for digging things up. I know this isn't really a short tutorial, but I just want to show you the basics of the basics. Like for instance, then you kind of get an idea. A lot of it's got 4 biomes, and each one is hugely intense. There's a lot. I mean, as far as it's huge, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like the Far Cry game, where it become kind of monotonous, where you see an outpost, you conquer the outpost, and then 10 minutes later, the outpost has been repopulated. You see a tower, you climb the tower, you almost die from the tower. At the top of the tower, you activate a radio. Suddenly, you can see more of your map. You see a compound. You conquer the compound now becomes yours. And it's just like, really, this has a similar kind of feel to it, but it doesn't feel like it at all. You have temples you got to go to, like the one we just went to. We get rewards for it. You have forts that you go to with pirates in it, and other things and stuff. But it does not feel the same. And this is why when I'm saying when you die on your first few bits and stuff, don't get frustrated with it. Treat it like a less. And then again, you're probably thinking like, well, that's of course I do it like that. I'm a gamer. I'm just saying from my own personal experience, I'm more talking to myself as well, as if I was, you know what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Right. You see that white thing there? That is a loot box. You have to sail towards it, right? See how how apparent it is. There's a little thing shooting right to the sky. But when you die and you have that post-mortem cache, you can't see it if you're two inches away from it. It's insane. So I got in contact with I sent a message to the devs to see if they could do something about that. So if they do in the later update, if hopefully they do that, because I'm not the only one that's getting frustrated with that. Because I'm honestly, especially in the woods, it could be on the other side of that tree over there. It's like, where the hell is it? You know what I mean? Anyway, beside the point, what was I doing? I'm trying to get how many? 221. I think that's enough. Just do a few more. Right. That's enough. Go back to me camp. I remember you've got a perimeter around your bonfire here. I don't know how I can actually. Hang on. I know how to do it. Okay, watch this. I have to go somewhere else. So you can only build a bonfire. You can't build two bonfires within the circumference of them. So, in other words, I can't build another bonfire right next to that. I've got to make sure that I'm further away. I think let's have a look here. Crafting utilities, and then we have a bonfire. There we go. Too close to another bonfire, right? So that okay. There you go. That's what you see. That is my circumference of the bonfire I have already. So I can build all the way up to here. That makes sense? Okay, cool. Right. When you're building stuff, some stuff you can build outside, some stuff has to have a roof over it. So when you're building a roof, I'll just do it about here or something like that. Okay, so left button Y for menu, Y for menu. Pre-built structures. You got the hut, and then you got the hut frame. I always like to use the hut myself. Not enough resources. I'm short by 12. Okay, hang on. 12 plant fibers. Okay. The music is beautiful. It doesn't get boring. It's the same bit of music, and basically goes the relaxing music when you're just wandering around, the attack music when you're being threatened, and then there's a couple more, like when you're being attacked on land, I think, and then when you're being attacked in the ocean and stuff. But it's so there, but it's not. Although it's the same stuff, it doesn't sound repeated. I'm sorry, I'm gushing, I know, but the engineers did a really good job putting this game together. And when somebody, it's just a early access, it's like, are you kidding me? Am I missing something, or does this feel like early access? I played early access games before that um, is worse than playing like a original Nintendo or freaking PlayStation. Not what they call it. You know what I'm saying? Tetris. All right, let's go menu. Okay, now that one thing I don't like about it is the building thing. You see, it's all red. I'm underneath it. It's sometimes hard to get from underneath it. But if you hit the whatever the right hand button is again, you can go ahead and change it from default to high. Right. This is your snapping. This is how many rotations you have. So if you wanted to make something precise, but it seems to rotate a bit too much, structure is unstable. Okay, because I've got trees in the way. Okay, hang on. There it goes. Oh, sorry. Okay, come on. Sorry. I went green for a second. Go down a bit, maybe. Come on, then. Come on, I saw you go green. Am I underneath it now or something? Right, I'm so sorry about this. Right, let's go find somewhere else I can put it. What about let's do what I said I will never do, and then go ahead and cut a tree down just to make the room. Okay, so you can leave the stump if you wish. You can remove the stump if you wish. It gives you extra wood. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if I can do the Come on. Yeah, this is frustrating, and this is one of the things I don't like. It's like, okay, come on, let me. Okay, why isn't it letting me build? There we go. I'll build it there. Okay, good stuff. Right. So there we go. There's my thingy. Now I've got a staircase. What I can do is right button Y menu for menu. I can go to stairs and fences. I can go ahead and make an additional fence, and it clicks. There you go. Right trigger, and I now have stairs. I can open the door. There we go. I now have a hut. So now what else can I do? Menu, decorations. If I can do this yet. Yes, I can. Lighting. This is not necessary. It's just, what's the word? Pretty. Okay, the right button again, because I'm going to go move this back to default again. Okay, then I'll put this in the center. There you go. Now, in real life, that would burn the hut down in 2 minutes. Okay, so menu. Storage and beds. Let's make a little bed here. Using my right and left bumpers to turn it around. There you go. Boom. There we go. Right. Laying down does nothing. It doesn't increase the day-night cycle. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, well, that's something I didn't know. It increases the day-night cycle. I thought it was just a placeholder. I didn't realize. So now you know it's a day-night cycle increaser. So there we go. So let's get up. All right. So back to my crafting station. Now, and again, it tells me what I can do. All the little dots tells me what I can do. Sailor backpack. At the moment, I've got 16 slots. Okay, sailor backpack will give me more. Right, but I need other stuff. So go back. Okay, go back into my building menu. Right button Y. Crafting and utilities. This is the most important stuff. This gives you everything you need. Okay, armor and clothes thing. Right, okay. Not enough resources. Also, it needs a roof. Okay, so what do I need? I need coarse fabric. So let's go to here. Again, this crafting bench is for any kind of bits to something. I need coarse fabric to build a sail. I need rope to make a box. I need bullets for a gun, repair kits, etc. So that makes sense, right? Okay, so get out of there again, just because I don't want to make too many. Okay, right button, menu. I need 10 coarse fabric. Okay, so I can do craft if I want to, or in this case, use my right D-pad or a left D-pad to increase or decrease the amount that I've got. I've already got 3, so I'll just do 7 more. And then I can use my cursor, the X button. Right, remember also, when you've crafted it does not go into your inventory unless you hit take all. And that is whether you're playing with a mouse, a keyboard, or a controller. It's the same thing. Now, if I remember rightly, hang on, where are we going here? Curios. Okay, I'll get to this in a second. Okay, right menu. Oh, I can build one outside. Huh. Okay, armor and clothing workshop. Oh, okay, I thought you had to build that inside. Well, I'm going to do it. I'll build it inside anyway because that's what I did in my previous map. So go ahead and build a because some of the okay, is that the right way around? Oh, it's that way around, right? Some of the tools that you have to be built inside. They need a roof over them. Right, what do we have here? I can make boots, which they want me to do, gloves, and every time when you advance, okay, let's show you something else. Okay, back to my inventory, go back to curios. These things are recipes. You can get recipes from like things like the ruin that we're in and other stuff. You can also buy them from. There are 4 or 5 different factions you go to, and it's not like Fallout where you have to commit to one. Each one has its different capabilities. Some are smugglers, so they're good at buying things like guns and swords and stuff. Some are ship naval people, so they're good for helping upgrade your ships and that kind of stuff. But you get recipes, so let's go ahead and pull that recipe up. This one gives you decorations. Okay, so I'm going to learn it. Costs nothing, but that now is giving you a recipe that you can go to if you want to. And then this one is another recipe for Leaf Fuse and Triangular Wars. Okay, did I learn it? I did. Okay, and then discovery. Again, this tells me I now have schematics, so I can build a healing potion. But again, I need to advance. Again, these are the stuff that I've found. Adventure. Got challenges. Again, they're asking me to get more. Okay, so I need 18 more dead dodos to build a dodo thingy. And then 38 more, 38 more pigs to build a thingy. So that's that. That's that for that. Next. So boots. What do we need for boots? I have coarse fabric already. I don't. Okay. I need to make more coarse fabric. So go out of here. Go back to my crafting station. 2 coarse fabrics. Right D-pad. Extra craft. Down button to take all. So this is basically the game. Right, it gets adventurous. Don't worry about it. It's not just, are you kidding me? And then survivor boots, craft, take all. Right, so that's doing that. Then we go to inventory, and then what I can do at the moment, I've got torn boots, so I can grab hold of this, move it over here, and equip. So this is my stuff. This is my armor. These are accessories like my bag I'm going to make and other stuff. And then this is your guns. Now, the bullets and ammo. You need bullets and gunpowder, right? Ammo and gunpowder, sorry. Forever, I had 5,000 bullets and I couldn't use my guns because I didn't assign it to this slot. If you assign it to this slot, it will pull from your inventory. If you have nothing assigned to the slot, it will not pull from your inventory, just so you know. Right. Now what do I need? What else do I want? I want to build a bag, don't I? So let's go outside for a second. Okay, 1 second, sorry. Now what I can do is I can create or upgrade. For instance, if at the moment I've got 100 defense, if I upgrade it, I need 2 more fabric, 2 more hides from those pigs, and then I can upgrade it. So upgrading is really, really cool because you built something, upgrade, you're suddenly indestructible worker. Later on, you get to meet people. Each one costs 500 silver pieces, just as a one-time payment. You can then assign them to your workplace, and it gives you various credits. Like you assign a tailor to here, and things become cheaper or more available, that kind of stuff. It doesn't affect upgrades. It just affects availability more than anything else. So you don't need them, but it does help. Okay, what we're doing now. Think that's about it. Again, I'll just run around the island for a second. Left button to mouse and then left trigger to zoom out. All I want to do now is to show the basically, I just want to explore the island. And this is how I do open world maps. I'm not following any tasks. I've just done what they've told me to do. You know what I mean? To get myself set up, so now I've got better armaments and stuff. Okay, where's that mine for an example? No, I'll just continue to where I'm going. Okay, having a sword or weapon in your hand does not slow you down. As an example, no sword. Sword. It doesn't slow you down. Some games do that where you go like, okay, what do we have here? Ruins. Okay, so that's going to be dodos. Okay, guard. This is how I did it all the time. I just guarded, right? Okay, pressing the right joystick targets your enemy. If you're trying to run away, okay, see my stamina going down? Okay. Okay, back off. My stamina's down to nothing. Okay, there's a better way. Attack, and then back off. Attack, back off, attack, back off. Very important. Richard is your first boss. He is a douche. He is worse than any other boss in here. I'm just picking them dead away because they don't class or anything, but they do give me food. Okay, there's my thingy. Okay, claim everything. Now, if you can probably hear, when I'm in a menu, it does not stop from being attacked. Okay, back off. Okay, kill, back off. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, okay, look at my inventory. I still have, so all my uniform, health potions, if I crafted food, and my weapons and tools. So I haven't lost any of that. I've just lost everything else that I've acquired. Right, and I don't see where my death nodules are around here. Okay, they're the pigs. Okay. No, okay. So they're still going to attack me, so I'll go this way then. Now, that's telling them behind me. It doesn't mean it's an immediate threat. So you can keep running, and usually they'll just ignore you after a while. And you hear the music? Isn't that just nice, man? I don't know if you can hear it. I can hear it through my headphones, but I don't know if I'm listening to my if you can hear it too through my settings. Okay, so make sure. Okay, okay. Coconuts. Okay, there's a boar. Okay, so that's my inventory. You ready? Post-mortem inventory. That's what I've got now. Okay, so the boar's attacking me. At this point, it's better to run away. Now, these are the crabs I was telling you about, and they're the zombies I was telling you about. On the first island, the dodos are the easiest to kill. The crabs are the second easiest. The boars and the zombies are kind of. I think it'd be zombies and boars, tell the truth. But again, the crabs. Sorry, I just kicked my table. The crabs and the zombies only come out at night. So if you want to avoid them, just now I know that sleeping in a bed fast cycles. That's cool. Right now, okay, where else? Might as well go down here. In fact, since I'm here, I might as well go this way. Have a look what we have over here. It's a boar. Or is that a sow? That's a sow. If you leave her alone, she'll leave you alone. They're pretty cool. But again, I think I mentioned it already. If you attack, okay, females leave you alone, males attack you. If you're attacking a male, the female will also attack you. These plants, sweet potatoes, respawn. So what I'm going to do is map by holding in and then zoom in because the heck of it, so it gets closer. Place my mark, and then go ahead and I'll call it. Get to my keyboard. Okay, sweet pot, man, and then I'll label it as a plant. This is totally up to you. There's no, oh, I have to call it a plant. You can call it anything you want to. It doesn't matter. Okay, zoom out. And then where are we going? I'm going that way, wasn't I? So just keep going the direction I'm going. And again, I would advise you to label everything. There is no maximum to the amount of labels you have. And it's really good because later on, it's advisable. And you don't have to if you don't want to. And it's not like a farming game. Not available inventory slot. Go to my inventory. What can I get rid of? Nothing really. I can get rid of these. Use the item. Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, there you go. Now you know. Those shells have pearls. Pearls can be used as bullets. So now you know. So let's go ahead and pick up my cayenne pepper. I'm sorry, I'm used to having a massive backpack or rucksack or something. Okay, pull up my map. Pull up my map by hitting M because the pricking holding down the. Sorry about this. Hold on, the button to work. Going to go ahead and zoom in. Put a mark. And then peppers. Then we can label it as a plant. Why not? Apply. Right now, where was I? I was looking at the map. And opposite where I'm going. So again, the compass doesn't change. Up is always north. So if I want to go here, I've got to go southwest. So again, southwest, that's the direction I've got to go. And I'm just saying, I'm just telling myself, I'm not, oh, I knew how to do that. Some people didn't, and again, I'm just trying to make life easy. That's the only reason I'm doing this. I'm like 3/4 away through the game already. And again, for what they call it, early access game, there is a lot going on. And again, I'm starting again from scratch. How many games have you played where you dread having to do this? I'm enjoying this. This is amazing. I could restart this game a million times, which is, and again, I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh, I like playing the game just for the game's sake. I like playing a game to complete it. But this game is amazing. It's really, really, really good. Okay, so what do we have here? I have a question mark. There's only a few little things. All right, tents. What they are one of two things. They're a pirate camp with pirates on it. Either that or treasure to be discovered, right? Right, this is treasure to be discovered. So if somebody died here, you're going to see a skeleton. Or is it just derelict? And then you get this. And then, okay, so I can go ahead and hang on. Right click to, hang on, I already took it. No, homeward journey. Let's go ahead and, come on. Okay, let's go ahead and drop something. Oh, okay, I've got stuff up here. I can drop this in. Drop. There we go. That's with you pushing in your right joystick. There we go. I've now got that noise means I've got full inventory, just so you know. Right. Now, just because I built one tent doesn't mean I'm stuck. I can build as many tents as I have resources for. So if I'm thinking that, for instance, if I'm going to here and it's miles away from my camp, and I keep dying and having to go this over and over again, I can build another tent here and call that my respawning point, and then I can keep attacking that. What you'll learn, or what you'll end up doing, is dying and coming back, dying, coming back, dying, coming back. Unless it's a boss, 9 times out of 10, the enemies do not. What's the word now? Regenerate. Okay, where am I going? Still going that way, aren't I? So basically, uncovering that part. They don't regenerate. So I know there's some games where you're halfway through killing someone, and then they kill you, you die, and then you have to come back again. Then you come back. It's a case of, oh man, and then they regenerate, so they're at 100% again, and it's annoying. What these do is you get them down to 50%. When you come back to life again after they killed you, they're still at 50%. So it's a grind. It's attack, die, come back, attack, die, come back. But that's just the nature of the game. Honestly, it's well worth sticking it out because after once you've upgraded, the whole thing becomes a pleasure, and it's definitely a learning experience. Okay, so I still got to go down there a bit, don't I? And yeah, I'll just do the one island, then I'll leave it. I just want to clear one island. But this is how I do these islands. So again, what I want to do is like, oh, it's only 15 hours long. Okay, but did you do it the way I'm doing it, where you just do enough to get going, and then explore the island and explore as much as possible? Or okay, and I'll leave him alone. Or do you just try and bomb it as quickly as possible and get out of the. Okay, is this everything? I'll keep going over there. I think. Get it finished as quick as possible. You know what I mean? Do you try and speed run it? Uh oh. So is that something I can pick up? Yes, it is. Okay. Now the zombies, you have different varieties. Like swollen dead spit at you. I jovially say they throw poop at you. Another clay, but do I want to label this? No, because he's chasing me. Um, but although you'll find yourself dying and coming back, just like now, I'm not getting followed anymore. If you give them enough, even if they're following you, they will give up after a while. As far as enemies are concerned, so it's not like, oh, that's it, I'm done for. You can escape them. You don't have to attack them. So that again, it's a beautiful part of the game, in my opinion. That gives you that opportunity, because I know some games, once they've targeted you, they'll terminate you. They'll chase you like the freaking T1000 or whatever it is. So that's really good. Okay, what else do we have? I think that's it. Just keep following the coastline, and the sun's coming up. And the clouds are different. They're not all the same. And you got the stars in the sky. Honestly, the day-night cycles are amazing, and the difference on everything is amazing. It's this, in my opinion, and I'm gushing, but in my opinion, this is definitely a work of art. A lot of thought has gone into this, and you can feel it's not like a cash grab. It's definitely a game that they intend for people to play, not just you've just reached it. Or you have it cost you an extra $50,000 to get some loot boxes. And honestly, I've played this game for 2 months now. I still haven't reached the final biome. And it's not that I'm again. Oh, okay, go away. It's not that I'm methodically slow. I do as much if that makes sense. It's not like well, let me just walk this slow for all my life, because of course I get impatient. Of course I want to get it done as quickly as possible. Where's the mine? I'll show you the mine real quick. Cheese on toast. That is one frustrating thing. Where is the mine? There's the mine. Okay, let's get rid of these real quick. Ah, okay. What happened here? Map, and for map, zoom in. Get rid of these because they don't mean anything. I know what to do here. Do right, remove marker. That's not doing it. Okay, well I'll just right click on the mouse pad. If the right joystick, pressing it in doesn't do anything, click the right joystick. Right now, what was I doing? I was going to the mine to show you that real quick. I think it's here. That's my mine. So it must be over here then, right? Yeah. And I have enough wood. No available inventory. That's good. So let's find the entrance to this. Watch out for enemies. Some of these mines are guarded by nasty, horrible beasties. Right, so let's go in the cave. This is the mine. Okay, so there we go. So, right button for menu, Y for menu, Y for menu. These things are amazing. You can build lanterns, but they don't last. These last forever. As soon as you planted it, that's what you're going to get forever. Now, if you mine this and you put a torch like here, once you mined it again, the torch is there. So, for instance, it doesn't. You can't beat it up, as it were, if that makes sense. If it's built over, it doesn't. Whatever it is. Right, I'll do this real quick. That's the way out. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's kind of in the way, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Right, let's go ahead and pull my axe out. My pickaxe, rather. Right, he gets tired very quickly, but later on, he can go through this in 2 seconds. I mean, not 2 seconds, but again, it's better if you have your stamina in the green and let it replenish. If you let it go all the way, see how long it takes to build up. It takes longer to build up. Okay, so go back to right button menu. I can go ahead and put that about there. See, it's all lit up again. Right, I'm going to leave this one alone. I want to show you something if this one actually does it. Now, these maps are built procedurally, so understand. So each map is completely different. Okay, so pickaxe. See how the music's changed? Okay. Now, another thing. Okay, let's have a look here. Build another torch. Some of these caves are occupied by beasties. So just so you know, keep your eye out. That's why doing what I'm doing now, putting a torch out, is actually very helpful because then you can see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm going against my own thing by beating up until what I'm doing here. Menu. I'm losing my own. There we go. I don't think there's anything beyond here, but going against my own thingy. But at the moment, on my other map, my other game, my stamina is like massive. So because again, you get to upgrade and stuff gets okay. Okay, I think that's. I don't think that because it's probably because it's level one, it doesn't have any nasty beasties. Because what happens is some of them, when you open up the cave, there's natural horrible beasties that can attack you. Right, go back to my inventory. I'm going to get rid of that thing, 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 and then go and get some copper. Okay. I go, yep, new key discovery. You see how it goes? Okay. And that's my quest. Make sure I picked everything up. There we go. Inventory. I can still get some more copper, so let's go ahead and knock this down. Now, I don't know if there's a way of stopping you from automatically picking things up, but it will automatically pick things up. But again, say for instance, I want copper, I don't want waste rock. So what I'll do, go from my inventory. If there's waste rock here, I can just hit my uh, right joystick, click it, and it gets rid of it. And then that means that I'm basically, you can be. I'll have got so for some more. You're not fixed with what you have in your inventory. You can always change it if you want. I think that's enough. Let's get out of here. Right, I'll just show you a couple more things, and then if I can get out of here, I've got no sense of direction. Is it this way? Somebody tell me how to get out of this place. Is that no? That's not it. But right, just see if I can pick up more copper. Nope. Okay. No, no. There it is. Go towards the light. Right, let's have a look what we have now. My camp is basically northeast, which is about here. So that's where I go. I just want to show you the boat, and then I'm done. And I just wanted to show you that the diversity of this game is amazing. And there's different biomes. Like for instance, this is all kind of like lush, dense undergrowth and that kind of stuff. And then you have one that's more kind of. It reminds me of Greece or Southern Europe. It has kind of. I don't have any different images for it. It has stuff. Right. Let's go ahead and probably full as far as my infantry is concerned. Okay, take everything. It won't be full. It did. Okay, cool. Right, again, my inventory is empty, but I can still craft stuff because it reads. Oh, where's the doc? Where is he? There's the doctor. Okay, Dr. Gallen. He was the one that we saved on the ship, or we saw on the ship. I thought you had to call him, but it looks like he comes himself. Okay, so oh, thank God, it is you. You cannot imagine how glad I am to see you, Captain. You hired me about a day before we sailed, so allow me to introduce myself once again. Gallen Skelton, ship surgeon. I'm truly delighted you survived. He makes your health potions. Okay, and then okay, just I'll let you read it if you want to. Okay, there we go, and then okay, 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 and then okay. Oh, that's just the same thing. Oh, okay. Well, just go through the lot of it then. Oh, hello. I remain at your service. He says it quite a lot. I don't think there's any more. Oh, yep. So anytime you see him, it's not all the time. Anytime you see him, say hi. His service. Go to here and says, "Do you have anything for me?" Not right now. More often than not, he gives you a health potion. Right. So that's that. So that's the doctor. Right now, let's look at how do we build a boat. I've forgotten. Oh, I need to build a. Do I need to build a weir? A wharf, rather. I keep calling it a weir. It's not. It's a wharf. Okay. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, let's go here. Let's do menu, menu, menu. Let's do. Oh, it doesn't allow me yet. So I don't know how to get a weir. The weir is going to be in the utilities menu, and it allows you to build boats. So I think that's about it, really. If you have any questions, please go ahead. Again, this is a new map. I've just started again from scratch. So anything you want to know? Okay, I can get new building elements. I can get that and that, which I'll do in a second. And to get more food. So I hope this is making sense. The more you advance, the more kind of stuff you get. So let me go ahead and rescue the crew. That's something else I have to do now. So I have to find the pirates' camp and free the captives. Okay, and then smelt copper ingots. Okay, and yeah. So I hope you get the understanding of how this works now, right? And again, there are 5 biomes, and each one. I mean, I'm sure if you wanted to, you could rush through this in like I don't know how. It says 15 hours. I hear, but why you'd want to, I don't know. And there's no necessity to do that. You see, for instance, I can lay in this bed and just lay here for the rest of my life if I wanted to. You know what I mean? But there you go. So there you go. So that's that. I hope that's helpful for you. This was not. This is meant to be a quick tutorial, and it's probably going to be a couple of few hours. So I hope it means. I hope you get something from this. And if you want to, if you got any comments or advise yourself for something, please just go ahead and tell me, and I'll definitely mention that. Okay, well, you have a great one. I'll bother you no more. Thanks, and see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.